everyone, my name is Game Warrior 7087 and 2020, it happened, we all had to go through it. If you've been watching all through my channel's life, which is gonna be 4 years this September, because January 2nd now, it's 12:49 a.m. and this will probably be published within the first 10 days of January, no guarantees, but that's when I'm gonna try and get published. And I've still got my Blood Harvest Live for Dead video. It's ready to publish. If you know me, you know I don't have a good internet, so yeah, that will be coming to probably a double upload for the same day. And I just got these lights back here, set them up today. But I want to spend a little bit of time talking about what happened in 2020 and what I want to do for 2021 on YouTube. So, what really happened in 2020? Everybody's talking about COVID and everything like that. Something I noticed, some of these things because of COVID, like other crises, lasted. I remember the murder hornets, for me at least, they lasted about a week and nobody talked about them anymore. But then with other things, like Black Lives Matter, that's been lasting all year. It's a good cause, Everyone deserves to be equal in the world. And that's never going to be true because of human nature, of chaos and hatred. We'll never achieve that, but it is... I just don't really feel like I should be talking about that topic. It just doesn't feel relevant for me personally. I'm not talking about the movement, I'm just talking about, it doesn't seem, I don't feel that I am in the position to say anything about it, because it's not really my domain. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Please don't take anything I'm saying out of context. I do this on Instagram all the time when I make borderline offensive jokes on there, because I don't want to be canceled on anything. And so everything else in 2020, it just seemed to be blown away by the wind, by the wayside, because of COVID. And the thing is, I can talk about COVID and play the music I want and not have to worry. Like, I have it a little bit easier than most other YouTubers, because I don't have to worry about getting demonetized, because I'm not monetized in the first place. So I can just sit here and talk about COVID all I want, and there shouldn't be any real consequences other than demonetization. But some other things that happened in 2020, I think back in July I started posting videos again, but that was still the comic videos about, Hell's Bar, DeVille and all that kind of stuff. And that's actually in now a trilogy novella series called Nico and the Niners Trilogy. And the first one is The Cult, and the second one is Nico and the Niners Are Coming In. The Cult is published on Wattpad under the user by me, MasterComic24 on Wattpad. You can just search The Cult Wattpad and it should show up. Or it might just search MasterComic24 Wattpad and it'll show up, I think. And then Nico and the Niners Are Coming In. That is on my old phone. I can't get it sync into this phone for some reason, and I had to get internet on that phone instead of just this one. Like, my hotspot has been working, that's why that one's not published yet. Then Guns Blazing, I'm writing right now. That one, it strays a lot different from the last two, because a little inside lore here. The second one basically ends the original Nico and the Niners story, and the third one brings up a new one from the future, basically. So yeah, that's what I've been doing some this year. But after the comic videos, I sort of took a little break again, I think, after that. And I guess I just Well, actually, I took a huge break back in 2018, I think. I think it was in 2018, and might have been 2019, because I know I wasn't on YouTube at all in 2019, because me and my friends were all YouTubers, very small YouTubers. Like, I have the most subscribers out of me and my friends, and so my friends and I were thinking about quitting YouTube because of the low amount of subscribers and likes and stuff like stats on our vids. And getting back into YouTube now, I realize that's not what matters anymore. It's just about having fun, making vids. That's the fun part of YouTube. Sure, like, it sucks when you're on the analytics and you see like an 8 or 10 out of 10, and that's how most of my videos are. They keep just going down. I don't know exactly why, but that's been what's happening ever since I started YouTube. My first video is the one with the most views, and it's literally titled My First Video. And I don't know why it is like that. And it really went down on my comics videos. I think the first ever comics video I made got 25 views, and the second one I made, it got like maybe 7 views. And if you're wondering why you can't see my face right here, I just don't want you to. And but another thing, I haven't been talking about 2020, I've just been talking about my channel, but basically it does have to do with 2020 though. So, but I took a big break back in 2018 or 2019, and that was when I actually quit YouTube. I was never gonna do it again. Like, my friends, they were deleting their videos. You can't find their videos anywhere. But me, I kept mine up, because even though I was quitting YouTube, when I was doing YouTube, I always had the motto of like, keep my video, not really a motto, just, you know, a way of doing things. I would keep all my videos up, so if I ever did hit it big, people will be able to see where I came from and how I evolved into what I am now. And I've been on here for 3 years now, active for about 2.5 maybe, no, 1.5 maybe. But in 2020, back in July, I did the comics videos, and then probably in like August or September, I stopped and took a little break from YouTube, decided what I want to do. I had started a sister channel called To Masters of Gaming. It was a joint with Music Void, who is my best friend. I've talked about him in other videos. But, and so I completely redid this channel and made it into that channel. But now, after I just got off my break that I took, I talked about on Instagram that I might make another video, but it won't be out until after Christmas, and it's after Christmas, and I recorded that last video on December 23rd and 24th. It got into the AM before I stopped recording. But then, you know, everything happened, and I decided I'm gonna hit it solo. This is gonna be a solo channel. I will probably do some vids with Void, but mostly this will be a solo channel, will be my channel. I'm not really sure what the name is yet. I've tossed around a few ideas in my head, but yeah, I'm gonna revamp it. I do that a lot with my stuff. Like, I'll make something, then I'll revamp it into something better, and then I'll revamp it shortly after that into something way better that I like more. I don't know why I do that. I think it's just I think too fast. But I'm getting off on a tangent here. 2020, what happened? There were a lot of people affected by COVID. Me personally, I know this might seem like I'm talking like COVID wasn't a big deal, but for me, it really wasn't. Nothing really affected me that much. The only difference for me was having to wear a mask when I went into Walmart. Like, that was the only difference. And I'm not saying that COVID isn't real, because it totally is. You need to wear a mask, wash your hands, all that good stuff. But me personally, I wasn't that affected by it. So yeah, I still been able to do everything I wanted this year, because I don't really do a lot. I maybe take one vacation. I wasn't able to take a vacation at all because of COVID. And I wasn't able to do anything, outdoorsy like that, but I'm not really an outdoorsy person. I don't really go out that much. Mostly stay inside all the time and play video games. So make sure you're taking all your proper precautions. I'm a preacher. I don't know what the saying is. It's on the tip of my tongue. You're not doing what you're preaching. That I'm gonna do what I preach. Whatever that thing is. It's 1 a.m. now, and I've been on here for 11 minutes, and I'm not probably even halfway done yet. But everything else that happened in 2020, all the charity fundraisers on YouTube, those are incredible. I never got to be a part of them because, again, I don't have good internet most of the time. So I never got to give money. I never got to do anything. I remember the one with Crank Game Plays, Ethan Nestor, he did a Hope from Home, and he said that the donations were still going even after that, but I think they've shut down now. I'm not sure, but whenever it's too late now, I think. But there were just a lot of good things that came of this year. And that's gonna sound really bad out of context, but you gotta get what I'm saying. We had a lot of coming together but staying apart, or something like that. One of those sayings that's come up this year. One of them things. So 2020 in a nutshell: January, February, March, December, that's how this year went for me. It feels like the first time I got quarantined was like everybody got quarantined back in, I think, the middle of March here in my state, which I will not reveal as well. If you watch my old videos, you can see my face all the time, but I've aged since then, and I'm more insecure, yeah. But, what I'm saying is that since March, it's basically been a big quarantine, and again, that didn't really affect me that much, because it's no different from what I do normally. I stay inside, normally. I don't interact with people that much, normally. So a lot of people were itching to get outside and go do things. I wasn't, because I just wasn't. And another thing, back in December 2019, yeah, way back then, way back by this December, it'll be 2 years ago, guys. Guess what I did? I said that COVID would end up like it did. I said that COVID is gonna ruin our lives and all that blah, blah, blah stuff. And guess what? No one believed me. So to anyone I know who I've told that to, I told you so. I've done this before. I tell them I told you so all the time, because this is the biggest I told you so ever. And it's the most deserved one, because I said COVID would do this, and no one believed me. I predicted one of the worst pandemics in history, and no one believed me. Imagine that. Imagine going back in time from now to December 2019 and saying COVID was going to end up like this. And then everybody's like, you're stupid. This is just a little disease. No one's going to be affected by it. Because I was watching COVID from the very beginning. I didn't want to die, which I didn't die but I think back in March, I just stopped caring about it because it was already everywhere and they were saying, you know, wear your mask and all that kind of stuff, and I had already heard it a million times, so, you know, I just stopped caring. Which, that was about the same time I stopped caring completely, you know, about what I was doing and how I was doing it. I don't know why. I mean, I do actually care, but I just don't care like I used to. Like, I'm not super careful anymore. Like I used to do, I'm not talking about COVID, I'm just talking about everything. But with COVID, you should be as safe as possible. You know, I had another thing to say, it's on the tip of my tongue. But 2020, yeah, this wasn't the best year. Probably won't be the worst year, but it's definitely not the best. It's just, we live, like, if this had happened back in, like, let's just say the 1930s, you know, when the Great Depression, I think the Great Depression had just ended, or just started, I think, no, it just ended, I think, or it might have ended 5 years before that, I don't remember. Whatever, just say it happened in, like, the 1930s. We wouldn't be the state that we're in now because things were so drastically different back then from the modern world. They didn't have, did they? I think they had cars, but, you know, they didn't do all the stuff that we do now. Actually, if this happened in 1930, we wouldn't even be here. They'd be dead because they didn't have all the medical advancements we have now. Yeah. So forget what I just said. Be glad it happened now, or else we wouldn't even be here. So yeah. Also, don't take that too seriously. That might have been a joke. It might not have been. I don't even know anymore. But in plans for 2021, I'm gonna finish out the Left 4 Dead series. You know, next video after Blood Harvest will be the Sacrifice. I'm gonna go into Left 4 Dead 2 territory, starting with Dead Center, ending with Coldstream. Even though Coldstream is a canon, I still want to do it because it's one of the licensed campaigns by Valve. So I'm gonna finish off with that one as a bonus campaign. And then I'm probably gonna move. Well, I'm gonna move into DC versus Mortal Kombat because that's what TJ suggested. And then after that, I'm probably gonna move into Doom Eternal, more PS4 games, because I just got those and I've been playing a lot of Doom Eternal lately. Don't you hate it when you're fighting a Mancubus and a Whiplash and you have 40 health left and you're fighting them both at the same time, and then you have no lives left and you don't have that thing where you briefly slow down time when you die anymore because you already used it, and then out of nowhere you get blasted by an imp that you couldn't even see. Like, I just rage quitted and it's been like an hour and a half since I did that. But for 2021, I've got some big plans in the works. I'm not really sure what those big plans are yet, but I want to do, you probably heard this a lot, but I want to do more quality over quantity. So, like I was doing back a few months ago, I was posting daily videos. And even at that time, I wasn't physically exhausted from it yet because I did it for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I wasn't exactly physically exhausted yet, but I knew I was gonna feel the burn sooner or later. Because you can't, it's hard to post daily. It's very exhausting on your brain and your, you know, anything that you're like using to edit the video. Like, it's just very exhausting to have to keep editing videos every single night at like 11 or 12 a.m. because that's probably when I finish recording, and I usually edit right after I record. And then it's just hard to do. I'm not making any promises about how I upload. I'm not gonna say I do it weekly. I'm not gonna say I do it bi-weekly. I'm not gonna say I do it tri-weekly. I'm not gonna say that I do it daily. I might do it maybe a few days a week. I might do it maybe weekly. I don't know yet. It really just depends on my situation and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, 2021 is probably going to be similar to 2020 in my opinion. I don't know why I think that, but hey, I've had these kind of feelings before. You guys remember when I talked about December 2019? Boy, was that a month. Yeah. I also predicted Among Us getting popular. Back in 2018, I did a free advertisement for it on Instagram because I really liked the game back then when it first came out. I thought it was a really cool game, really cool idea, everything. And I made a post on Instagram with the title of it. You know, I do the title screen and from a screenshot on my phone, and I posted a picture on Instagram. I was like, hey guys, this game is super rad. You know, play the game. Shocker, bro. And nobody really cared or anything. And some people just like some people mocked me, saying that I shouldn't be paid even if I was advertising it for monies or something like that. I don't really remember, but I've also called them out on that on Instagram because I reposted the post and was like, hey, I told you guys this was going to be popular, and guess what? It's very popular now. I might play some Among Us on camera. I don't know who I would do it with or why. No, I'm joking. But if I had lights, like there, maybe, no, it's there, I think, yeah, it's right there. It's the map of, what's the place called? The western border states and southern border states of Red Dead Redemption. And there I have a map of Night City that I got with Cyberpunk 2077 a few days ago. Because I bought it. I bought Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, it runs terrible on PS4. Just PS4, not even PS4 Pro. And I don't have the internet to get it patched. So yeah, it's going to be a while before I get to play that good. Yeah, so if I'm going to do a Cyberpunk video, it's going to be a while from now. But I got a compendium with it. Some postcards which are lodged into my wall over there. And some stickers which I haven't done anything with yet. And the map came all in a box. And then right there is a map of Los Santos. And what's the other place called on there? Crap, what's the other place called? I don't remember what the other place is called, but you know what I'm talking about. And then on the other side of the wall, I got something I got from Rocket League Collector's Edition. Oh yeah, I also got Doom Eternal with Cyberpunk 2077 and Spider-Man Game of the Year. And then other than that, I got some promotional stuff from Halo Reach when I got it with Halo 3. And then on the other side, there is the postcards that I got with Cyberpunk 2077. And if this was brighter in here, I was going to actually record this in the daytime, but then I had the lights today, so I said no. But then I got a poster of Doom, got Doom 1, which is weird because that poster came out in 2016. That's a poster of Doom 1. I guess it was from promotional art for Doom 2016, you know, like showing, which is weird because Doom 2016 is a remake. Which I have Doom 1, 2, 64, and 3, and I don't. The only one I don't have is Doom 2016. The only version I can get is the Switch version, which I really don't want to because it's going to take up a whole shit ton of storage, and because the graphics are going to be downgraded on a Switch. And how did we get on this tangent? Then I got Borderlands over there and Fallout 4 and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which is really old right now. Man, that game is so freaking old. But yeah, 2020, man. You know, 2020 needs to chill out, bro. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? 2020. Just 2020 was actually the best year for me on YouTube, and I won't look back for that, I don't think. But oh yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about copyright. YouTube, Warner Brothers music thingy, you know, WMG, no, WBM or something. It's something like that. Stop trying to copyright the music I use in my videos. It's not even long enough to get a copyright strike. YouTube has basically let me use that music because every time I get an email about copyright, YouTube's like, don't delete your video, man. You know, you're not getting a copyright strike. This is just restricting it in other countries, which isn't even my target demographic. So if I want to leave it in there, they say, YouTube's just like, hey bro, do what you want to do because nothing's going to change for you. And then Warner Brothers is like, hey man, you got our music. You got 9 seconds of our music in your video. You better be giving us $100,000 for that. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even get paid. But again, off on a tangent about 2020. Oh yeah, here's a picture of 2020 right there. So yeah, it's a picture I got off the internet when 2020 ended. I was making a joke about how I missed 2020 because of the vibe it gives off, and I was like, ha, you noobs. Whatever. I just realized how bad that can sound in a context. Not missing 2020 because of the vibe, but calling people noobs about talking about 2020. Man, that could come off so wrong if somebody picked it up at just the right moment. Man. But 2020 in general was about maybe 70% a normal year for me. And let me just let you know, most of my family on my mom's side has had COVID already. Even my nephew, who isn't even 1 yet, has had COVID, and they've all recovered fine. My mom and my stepdad, no, that was a different story. I mean, they recovered, but whew, that was a rough one. They got it way back in December 2019. But then my brother and his wife, they got it a few months ago, I think. And they just had some headaches. And then my brother's wife's mom got it, and she gave it to my nephew, which we all knew he had COVID, but our brother was telling us he got better. So yeah, but yeah, you know. And Void's had COVID already too, and he almost died, you know, but he's okay. I mean, if he would die, you know, I probably wouldn't even be doing YouTube, man. Because if I didn't watch his videos, I wouldn't even be on here right now, because he was the one that, if I didn't watch his videos, I wouldn't know about Power Director. And if I didn't know about Power Director, I wouldn't have edited my videos on my Samsung, and I wouldn't have made any YouTube videos, because I wouldn't have any editing software. And I don't want to make videos without editing them first. Especially now. But I'm just saying, in terms of YouTube, 2021 is going to be it's going to be my year. I'm not going to say 2021 is going to be my year because it's not. It's totally not. But for YouTube, it is. Not because of the subs, not because of the views, not because of anything like that. But because I'm going to be doing more quality, not quantity. Because, as I said before, back in 2018, I cared about subs and views and stuff. Now, I don't give two shits, okay? Sub if you want, unsub if you want, I don't give a fuck, okay? You don't even have to watch this video. Just don't hit the subscribe button, unless you want to. It's your choice. No pressure. For real, no pressure. I do not want to pressure anyone into subscribing to me at all. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being legit. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. But if you want to, you can. It's your choice. But, and I'm not going to pressure you to like my video either. Like, I'm actually pressuring you not to dislike it, but not to like it either. Just be neutral. Because I don't care if you like my video or not. All it's going to do is get put on your channel. If you even have a channel, that is. But again, you don't have to like, leave a comment, or subscribe, or hit the fucking bell. I hate when channels do that. Like you're really just like, you just barely get into the video, and they'll be like, hey, hit subscribe and ring that bell so you can know what I'm doing later. Hit me up in your DMs or something. I don't fucking know anymore. Alright, well that should be it. Subscribe if you want to, subscribe if you don't want to.